Good.
All right. All right. We're officially live, bro. All right, what's going on, everybody? Let's give some time here for everybody to plug in. A little bit of time for everybody to plug in. All right, all right. We got Jabari in the chat. We got Marianne here. We got Divine Wealth, Melvin, Robert, Natalia. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, all right, all right. So quick mic check, video check. If you guys can hear us, if you guys can see us, let's go ahead and light up the chat box with some fire emojis. Let's get some energy up in here. Just want to make sure that we are ready to go. All systems check.
I see him in the chats. I see the energy. Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, all right, all right. So guys, any feedback during the live session, please, please, please do. That way we know if you guys hear echo, if anything's off, right? This is the first time we do YouTube Live for Sunday Market Outlook. So we just want to make sure that we set the tone and that everything is good to go. And yeah, man, a dawn of a new era. Still the same old Sunday Market Outlook, but you know, we got to start bringing it to YouTube Live, man. I'm so excited for all of those who are in Akashex, for those who may not yet be in Akashex, that get some value with me and Brent here on this Tuesday or Sunday afternoon. I don't even know what I'm thinking about Tuesday. And yeah, man, just being able to get the exposure out there to the whole community. We got, I think, 59 tapped in right now. I know some of the squad for sure is waiting for a Zoom link or something because they're just so used to doing that. But like we mentioned, guys, we are going to be doing a giveaway of a free funded challenge account if we can get this up to 200. 200. Now we've done 200 before on Zoom without any issue. So I know that we can definitely do it. Also, guys, just keep in mind, you know, you can literally promote this to anybody, whether they're in a Akashics or not. If we can get to 200 views at our highest peak, we will be giving away a funded challenge account. So if you guys are excited for that, let's promote, promote, promote. As you guys are obviously here, it's on my YouTube channel here. We'll give it about maybe like 1 more minute, Brent, and then
Yep.
we'll give you your intro here. You know, I just want to, before we get any announcements, I want to try to get us to as many people tapped in ready as possible. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I'm looking at the chats as well.
We got 75 now tapped in. Checking the other chats too. People are tapping in now. Of course, it's somewhere new. So obviously that confusion always happens, but it's okay. It's just part of growth. That's all it is. It's part of growing. And it's awesome to see obviously the vision come to life for which, and I said at one point this was going to happen and it's happening. So it's great. And obviously we do know that a lot of people right now are already seeing that you do have to create a channel. So guys, like you guys that are here, help us out, right? Everybody else that are in the chats in your teams, it's not that they have to make a channel per se, like Rich's channel or my channel. They just have to create an account. So just when you go into YouTube, log into YouTube and it'll say with email, just log email. That's it. That allows you to have an account to tap into the YouTube. So if you have anybody in your team saying they can't come in because they need a channel, don't panic. You don't need a full-blown channel. You just need to have a login for YouTube. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, YouTube account. I mean, I don't know how you guys don't have a YouTube account. That's pretty crazy. It's 2025, guys. Let's make some YouTube accounts.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't have to be like a full-blown social media influencer to have a YouTube account, you know. Just
Mhm.
log in with your Google login, you should be good.
Yes.
All right. I think we are pretty good to go, bro. 5 minutes
Okay.
in to kind of kick
Cool.
us off.
Cool.
We got close to 100 on the live right now. So we are almost halfway to the goal. I think a lot of it, again, just has to do with people just trying to find the channel. So I'll try to definitely be in the chats, Brent, while you kick us off with the news
Yep.
to kick off this call.
Cool.
Now, once we get closer to our goal, because I really do believe that we're gonna hit the 200, to be honest with y'all. I just think some people we need to buy them a little bit of time here. Once we yeah, so we just crossed over 100, so we're more than halfway. So we should be good to hit that goal. But with that said, I will give you guys some instructions about how we're gonna do the giveaway once we get close to that goal. All right. So for now, we're gonna keep things moving along. Brent, bro, thank you so much for being here as always for the Sunday market outlooks. We value your insight every single Sunday, bro, to prepare us for the week when it comes to the fundamentals, NAS, crypto, everything that we cover here. For all of you guys who are frequent viewers of Sunday Market Outlook, appreciate you guys for always showing love. And for those who maybe it's your first time, if you're in a Koschex, maybe you're watching this for the first time and you're not in our private mentorship program, we want to welcome you guys. This is something that we do every single Sunday to make sure that everybody kind of knows what news is coming, what we're looking at as far as like potential setups that are coming for the week, and just to prepare you mentally to lock in to this craft of trading every single week. So, with that said, I got the GOAT, Mr. Brent Badal, here with us, who is going to kick us off as always with the fundamentals, aka what news events and things you want to look out for. You guys know that he crushes FOMC's, NFP, CPI, whatever it is, Brent is there. So, Brent, bro, I'm gonna let you do your thing, man, and kick us off on this call. We're about at a 113 right now, so we're almost getting there to 200. So let's continue to promote, guys, as Brent kicks us off with the news, and let's get it going, bro.
Let's go. Let's get a quick little mention there. Shout out to Esther in the chat. She said, if you have a Google account, you have a YouTube account. That is very true. Like, shout out to her because literally that's all you have to do, right? Is log in. But yes, and of course, shout out to the UK. I know we have a lot of UK team here right now, and that's another big thing. We need to hear your feedback, like Richard said from the beginning, right? Do you want us to do Sunday outlooks at 2 Central Standard Time, like right now? Do we go do our normal 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time? We need to get that feedback from you guys as well to see where you like it for sure. What time of the day? YouTube obviously is a big improvement that we're doing to make sure that it's a lot more accessible to share because that's really the vision of what Rich and I have had since the beginning, over a year and almost 2 years. I think we've been doing these calls, is eventually expanding because it's something that's absolutely free. We want to share as much as possible of our knowledge, but then again, have you guys use this as a tool as well to show others to be able to bring them into our private stuff. So with that, we're going to talk about news because I absolutely love news. We traded FOMC last week. We were successfully traded FOMC last week, and we have another good week, full jam-packed of news as well. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Boom, share. Shared. All right, the screen is shared now. And we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the news as mentioned that we have for the week. Quick little reminder for you guys, right? When we speak about news, it's nothing that you want to go ahead and completely get panicked or freaked out about or anything like that, right? You don't want to listen in a sense to the news because that's smoke. That's why I like to call smoke. You don't want to fall for the smoke. It's more of knowing what news we have to be able to trade it at the best time, right? That's really what it is. We do pay attention to the news for other stuff, but really when we're in the charts, we don't really care about what if it's going to be good, it's going to be bad. It doesn't matter. We go with the candles. All right. Now, Sunday, today, nothing on the US. And more than anything, what you're going to see, especially if you're new here, you're going to see news that we speak about related to NAS 100 and gold. Really, that's it. Yes, there's a bunch of other news depending what Forex major minor pairs you are trading, but this in itself, it's more focused toward that NAS and gold move. So tomorrow, Monday, we do have the Cleveland Fed inflation expectations. This one will be good, not to trade, but it'll be good to see the numbers because we're talking about inflation expectations on the Fed side. It's important. We want to pay attention to that. Nothing really that we're trading. Tuesday, Now we're talking. So Tuesday, we have already our buddy Powell testifying. Remember, there's one thing that says Powell speaks, one thing Powell testifies. When Powell speaks, we need that candle immediately move at the dot. Powell testifies, we see a lot of movement a little bit 5 minutes before, all the way through like 30 minutes in, we could see a lot of movement. The time that it's happening, it's okay. Only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that I feel it's going to take away from the opening bell. As you know, that's my favorite thing to do is trade the New York opening bell at 8:30 Central Standard Time. So I feel it's going to kind of dull down a little bit the bell, and we're going to get that big movement right after. Most likely, I will not be trading this live just because I'm not going to miss Rich's session either. So Rich's live session is exactly at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesday. So we're all going to be tapped into his live session. So I'm not going to be trading. Will I have Rich on one screen, my chart on the other screen, and trading it? Absolutely. But we're going to be in Rich's live session. So I'm not going to go live to trade this Tuesday. Now, we continue to Wednesday. Wednesday, again, pack news, love it. 7:30, we have CPI. I love CPI. The CPI is one that you're going to see the movement immediate, right? 7:30 is a great time to see this. 7:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Great time to see this. So we have the CPI right away, monthly, yearly, and the core happening at the same time. Big movements. We have Powell testifying again Wednesday at the exact same time. So we're going to do the exact same thing, just like Tuesday, right? We're going to be in Rich's live sessions, and I'm going to have my two monitors, and I'm going to have one screen on a Rich's session, and I'm going to be trading one screen because I do like to trade Federal Powell, right? At that time. Crude oil has been elevating more and more with everything that's happening with the tariffs. So nothing we're going to trade, but it's good just to keep an idea and look at. Now, Wednesday is definitely interesting. Wednesday, we have the 10-year bond auction. 10-year bond auction and 30-year bond auction, we do not trade it, but we do want to look at the numbers. The numbers are really going to give you an idea of what NAS 100 and other pairs too, but really it talks a lot about NAS 100 for the long term of it. So if you're a swing trader, this is definitely important for you. Even if you're a scalper like I am, it's just good to know where things are, especially because in the NAS 100, it's very heavily used for retirement purposes as well. VOO, QQQ, things of that nature, right? So it's good to see what numbers are related to this. The one that I know, there's always in the week, there's one news that they kind of hide there a little bit for you. They don't put it in a red folder, they put it in a yellow folder, and it's this one. So Wednesday at 1, which unfortunately I will not be live, I'm going to be busy at that time. But Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, most likely the market will shift and it'll move. Federal budget balance. For the first time, it's forecasted to go the way that we need it to go to. Every time we've been seeing it go higher and higher and higher, and that's not good. We need to see it go lower. And expectation of it right now, the forecast is for it to be cut almost in half of what it was the last time, which this is great for the US dollar if you live in the States or wherever you live in the world. If the dollar is heavy to your currency, this is good news. But most likely the market will make a big move around 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, not trading it, just keep an eye if you're in any trades at that time. Cool. Thursday, again, hack day again. Anytime we have a CPI, we have a PPI. Anytime we have a 10-year bond, we have a 30-year bond. So we're going again into a 7:30 a.m. PPI move, core, monthly, and unemployment claims. So to me, I think the strongest day that we're going to have is going to be Thursday. I will not be live at this time because somebody else is live at that time and we don't like to overlap with other colleague educators. But it's going to be a really good time to trade as well because the market likes to move regardless at time. And we have PPI and we have an unemployment. When we have those movements, a lot of times you see at 7:30, that big 1 minute candle go one way and then immediately goes the other way. And then again, the other way, you get those big 3, 4 candles in that first 5 minutes. It's because of that, because you have two separate news, but they're both really strong at the same exact time. Excited for that. As I mentioned, 30-year bond, again, we want to just look at the numbers just for long-term purposes, just for studying. So that's good. And then we close out the week strong again with core retail sales, import prices, utilization, industrial production business. All of these, nothing really, I don't like trading Fridays as it is much. Nothing really that I want to trade with this on Friday, but I am interested in seeing these numbers because as you know, we've all been in the tariff wars and trade wars and all that situation happening. So this all is going to lead towards those numbers. And all of these numbers are one of the leading indicators for recession as well. So it's going to be really interesting Friday, kind of see where everything happens right now with the new presidency coming in, with all the changes that's been happening, kind of see that reflection in numbers. It's going to be interesting because a lot of this will help. Like retail sales will be able to fall into credit consumption, right? Utilization, industrial business, all of that will fall into housing as well. So everything's a domino effect at that point. So it's really interesting to see these numbers come out for Friday. But most importantly, like I said, my strong day is going to be Thursday. I am happy for Wednesday. I am happy for Tuesday as well. But really, Thursday is going to be my best day for news to trade that high impact news. But that's it for me right now. Pass it back to you, Rich, so we can go on the charts a little bit.
All right, fire, fire, fire. Yeah, this week is very interesting. We got Powell testifying like earlier. Usually like Powell doesn't speak like early New York session like that, so a little bit different. A lot of high impact stuff I think is what we could see here. So all right, sorry guys. So yes, let's dive into some charts here. I'm gonna be sharing my screen with you all, and let's break down. Hey bro, I want to ask you, man. Do you think are we gonna keep breaking down gold? I don't mind breaking down gold, but I feel like we did it out of habit for a while, and like we're not currently really like trading it like that. So I think for the most part, we could just break down NAS, cryptos, market news, things like that, right? And you're muted right now, by the way. You're muted. You're muted, bro.
We could do NAS, news, NAS updates, and then in that updates, obviously promos, crypto, stuff like that. I'm cool with it personally.
Yeah. Yeah, and for those that got used to us looking at gold and everything like that, I mean the reality is you adapt as a trader, right? So there's seasons for different things. There was a long time where we didn't talk about crypto because they talk about we're kind of in that phase now for gold. I mean, I've been shied away from gold for a while. I know Brent for the most part is like very has become more distant as well. So, I mean, if you guys ever want us to break down something simple, I guess we don't mind doing it once in a while. But for the most part, we just want to give you guys like what it is that we're actually doing on a daily basis in the markets and what we're actually trading. Um, so yeah, we'll dive into NAS here really quickly. So I'm gonna share my screen here and we should be good to go. And guys, keep me updated. I'm gonna be looking at the chart um because we are closing in on 200 viewers. So again, we're going to be giving a free funded challenge account once we cross the 200 viewers mark. We're at about almost 170. So love to see it, guys. Appreciate y'all. Let's continue to run it. Because I honestly like, I know that we're gonna give it away today. Like we have to give it away today. All right. So let's definitely continue to push, push, push. Now let's talk about NAS. All right, because for those who are in Akashex and for those who are in, our group chats for NAS and everything, there was a lot of chatter. Are we going up? Are we going down? What's going on? And for the most part, I had a great week. As far as our trade alerts on the app, I know Brent as well on your live session, scalping NAS was a great week as well, as per usual. Now, we definitely got something that I more or less expected at some point during the week, and it literally happened right at the end, which was a massive sell-off on NAS. And a lot of that just has to do with the fact that we've really been pushing bullish since Sunday, right? Friday, we opened up on Sunday with this massive drop. And really, since the end of that crazy drop on Sunday, we saw Monday break highs, continue higher, Tuesday break highs, continue higher. And then towards the end of the week, we started to slow down a little bit. And we could see, the intention of the markets when it came down to, liquidity, right? Um, I'm very big on looking at where is all the money sitting in the markets, where is the market going to gravitate towards to take people out of positions. Again, from the whole week prior, we saw a very similar week to what we had this last time, right? We had a major sell-off. If you guys recall, we had this sell-off because of the news with China and the AI taking over ChatGPT and all that. I don't know if you guys recall that, but that caused a massive sell-off here from a fundamental standpoint. We saw a recovery rest of the week. And then we had the tariff situation with Canada, Mexico, everything that Donald Trump announced. That also dumped off the market. And then we recovered the rest of the week. So very similar situations, back-to-back weeks. And so just looking at how we finished both weeks, very similar situations is looking right now. So this is why we say, guys, you know, you want to tie in the fundamentals with the technicals. You want to understand the way that an asset repeats itself, right? And we see, again, the same exact type of weeks back to back to back for NAS, okay? Now, really important, okay? We know that all week we've been basically creating this massive trend line, right? Now, I don't trade trend lines, but those who trade trend lines, this was just like too easy for y'all this week, right? I know that if you're, you know, one of our students, you're not necessarily one of those people that maybe uses that as a, you know, a tool or a way of marking up your own charts. But all in all, again, we see that this high point before we had the massive sell-off, we've officially grabbed that liquidity on Friday, and now we're seeing that strong retracement. Now, in general, okay, because I know that market structure is something that kind of tricks people a little bit. Um, you know, we're seeing all of this kind of like consolidated price here that we had from Wednesday and Thursday. And overall, the way I see this is the last real major pullback that we had on NAS was from this high point to this low point, where we see this massive push to the downside. And then from there, we've expanded to grab liquidity. And now we've kind of had that sell off. For me, obviously, we had, you know, a very strong potential to sell this move on Friday. But heading into the new week, I don't think we'll see. But if we can continue to basically hold this higher low area of demand here, I think we can continue to see price potentially, you know, make its way back up to fill some of the imbalance and kind of recover, you know, from this massive sell-off that we had towards the end of the week. This is the way that like right now I see NAS. Now we are going to see how the market opens though, because if we remember last week, again, very similar situation. We had a sell-off. The market ended up closing on Friday, and then Sunday just gapped like thousands of pips right when we opened. So there's a potential. Again, same scenario. We had a sell-off, market closed. Sell-off, market closed. So can we see another huge gap on a Sunday? Very, very possible. Very possible that we get the same exact type of scenario, but we will see. The market opens in about what 2 hours and a half.
Mhm.
Yeah, 2 hours and a half for NAS. So keep in mind, guys, when you're trading something like gold, Forex pairs, you'll open at 5 p.m. Eastern. Indices are always an hour after. So we'll see 6 p.m. Eastern, the market open. I will be watching the Super Bowl. I know Brent probably as well. I don't trade Sundays anyways, guys. That's why we wanted to do this call a little bit earlier, not just because of Super Bowl. I know that we have our European markets, our Asian markets, as far as like Akashics members, that this is a much better time for you guys, right? So we wanted to obviously accommodate for that. You know, me and Brent are going to have some more conversations about how we continue to run these calls to really just impact as many people as possible. But again, like, you know, for the rest of the day, I'll probably keep an eye on what happens on NASDAQ at open. But for the most part, me and Brent don't trade Sundays. I know Brent's not even a fan too much of trading Mondays. So for the most part, you know, we're just gonna allow Sunday to cook and see what ends up happening if we do get a market gap continuation, or if we get a more of a typical scenario where, you know, maybe it gaps a little bit, but we kind of hover around this area. Because again, for me, the last real, you know, last push to the downside before we corrected into that bullish trend is this area of demand right here. So I'm paying attention to, again, this last little push right here. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, it's just this last dip before we had that massive expansion, right? That's how I see demand zones, okay? So depending on what happens in this area, so we're looking like we're gonna tap into it soon here. At market open, if this gets completely invalidated, then that's gonna be probably course for me to really see if we're gonna end up, having this liquidity grab kind of be the whole shift to take us back to the downside. I know that Brent has had scenarios where he's looking at that as a potential. For now, again, if we do maintain around here, right, and then we have our Liberty setups kind of forming, I'd be looking for breakouts to the upside to again kind of recover price from the Friday dip that we had. But yeah, that's a mouthful. I think that's pretty much the way I see NAS for now. Again, once market opens, we'll see. But I'm gonna stop sharing screen here and let Brent give you guys his perspective on NAS. And I will continue to monitor the viewers. I know we were like at 180 something, so we're closing in on the goal.
We're getting there. We're getting there. No, yeah, I'm pretty much with you, bro, for sure. It's typical. Nothing strange. Nothing out of the norm, right? Pretty much right where you're at right there. My bull and bear targets are gonna remain the same again now. I know they've been like that for the past, what, three weeks, I think now. It's been there and it's been very close. I think what happened last week when we had that big gap, which was crazy because both Rich and I were like, I don't know. I think it's gonna make a big gap for whatever reason. Just have that gut feeling, and it went there aggressive. Like I thought it would be like I even said like not jokingly, but I was like easily 1,000 pips. Literally was 1,000 pips, even more than that. So I think we might get another big gap. I don't think it's gonna be as aggressive, but we should get another little gap there. I think we should hit more here. It's important to me what I see here, and this is a 15-minute time frame on NAS. This area right here is like super important. These high lows that were made are very important. This big movement right here, like there's just so many things when I keep on going back and forth around that 21 400-ish area is just super important for a ton of different candles that I see it. Like there's a lot of things that I see there that there's a reason for it. It has to get down there and then just jump up, right? And that's where, like I said, the Liberty buys would kick in for sure. Now, another way too, which I would be a lot happier if we get a big gap upward, which it could happen too and we could go ahead and make another little fake because that's what we've been doing here. Like each time we haven't done really high lows or highs, we're not really forming a true high low each time, right? We're not forming a higher high each time either. It's kind of just there faking out. So it would be nice for it to maybe touch again this area, get super close to that 22, institutional 22, get really close to it, and then come down crashing. Like there's gonna be enough news this week for it to come down crashing. Um, I know that there's been a lot of speak and say whatever about like the Doge situation coming out and putting a lot of information out of the US aid and the numbers and mismanagement of money and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, it's sooner or later one of these companies in the NAS 100, and that's just a part of NAS 100, right? You have 100 companies, you have 100 opportunities of one company doing something they're not supposed to, and that could hurt NAS. It could make it drop. It could help it. It could go up. There's a lot of things happening right now. We spoke about last week as well, the collaboration, right, of T-Mobile, Apple, and not Tesla. What's the name of their Starlink? Starlink, Apple, and T-Mobile working together to be able to give it. If you don't have signal, whatever you have, like there's a lot of stuff like that coming out with technology. Alibaba announced that they have their own now, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek competition. So there's a lot of tech stuff coming out this week. There's a lot of news coming out this week where I think finally we'll see the bull target of the week of 22,2000, or we'll see the bear one of 2,800. And with all the set of news, it's just the fact that we need like Tuesday, Wednesday, you know what I mean? Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday on top of that. Like we have so much news this week to where I think we're going to see bigger range than what we saw here. Like literally here we had that big drop just to take care of the top. That was it. Like there wasn't really anything else. Like if you think about it, yes, Rich and I had amazing trade alerts that were sent out, amazing live trades that were sent out. Like it was a great week. I mean, I was at 90%. I know you were super high too, Rich. I think you were at that 90% accuracy as well. Obviously, passes and promise future. We're not financial advisors, but again, it was an amazing week. But if you look at it, it was amazing a week on the charts for the results that we had. But overall movement for NAS, nothing really happened, guys. Like nothing really happened. It just tanked 1,000 pips to go up, to die at the last high and drop down. So it never really went nowhere. It never broke the low. It never broke the high. It just stayed there. But the cool thing is that when you have different strategies, when you know how to play the market, be the market, we do what we do, right? I would love to see finally with the news that we have, give us a confirmation of a full breakout, like break completely away my pull week target so we could go just upward all the way, or break my bear week so we could go all the way and now actually shift into a bigger move, that bigger setup. I've said this before last week, and I'll close out with that. This year, I haven't really seen like NAS kind of tell me in a sense, like, okay, cool, yeah, we're going this way. It hasn't. You know what I mean? Like typically at the beginning of the year, by the end of the month of January, you're starting to see a clear shape of like, okay, this is going full bull for the next quarter, full bear for the full quarter. We haven't had that yet. So let's do that. And then, bro, I'm seeing 212. Am I right? Am I right, Rich? Did I just see 212? Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't trying to cut you off, bro. I want to make sure that you do your breakdown, you know?
yeah,
So
that was interruptible right there, bro. You could been like, yo, put that chart away. That doesn't matter right now. We got a giveaway to
nah. We gotta
do.
we're here for we're here. Look, at the end of the day, the whole point of the funded accounts is that you guys are able to take the information that you guys are getting from Brent and I on this Sunday market outlook call to use and make that account grow, actually get payouts on it, reinvest into bigger accounts. So your knowledge comes first, bro. The funded accounts are just a tool.
Of
But
course.
are you good with NAS? I mean, we'll do the
Yeah, I'm
giveaway
good.
now, but
No, no, I'm good with
okay.
that. So I said I like the same movements. It's just really we need to see that breakout. We have the targets now, so you guys have the targets. Everything
Yeah.
else is in the cash, so tap in, DM us, all that good stuff, and let's get rocking. But let's do it.
All right. So guys, this is how we're gonna do the giveaway. All right. If you guys are fired up, let's drop some confetti emojis, some bears, some liberty emojis. We gotta see some liberty emojis, some bear emojis, some party emojis. Let's get the energy up in here. We're about to give away.
Bye. We said 200K giveaway.
Someone said 200K giveaway. Look,
Soon.
it's not gonna be a 200K, but let's just say as the goals continue to grow with the live sessions, we will definitely also grow the funded account giveaways. It's gotta make sense, right, guys? It's gotta make sense. But yeah, I see the energy in the chats. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. All right. So I need y'all to do me a favor here. I need y'all to do me a favor here. Let's stop commenting for like 1 sec. Now that we got the energy, let's stop the comments. And this is how we're going to do this. All right. This is how we're going to do this. Okay. So I am going to point to a specific part of the chat here. And the energy's still kicking in the chat. And I want you guys to comment the word. All right, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
start
see,
over. Let me start. Let me
give,
start over.
give
Let me
her
start
like
over.
10,
Let me
15
start over.
seconds. Give her like 10, 15
Let me
seconds.
start over. Let me start over. Let me start over. All right. Is that y'all are still dropping
That's
energy in the
it.
chat? You guys have got me tripping here. Okay. First and foremost, you must be subscribed to my channel and to Brent's channel. Real quick, that's why I need you guys to stop commenting for 1 second. Brent, if you can type a comment in there, I'm gonna pin your comment. That way you guys can click on Brent's channel in the chat box, and you guys can go and sub to his channel if you haven't subbed yet. So you gotta obviously be subbed to this channel that we're currently on right now doing this live session. And then you gotta sub to Brent's channel. We just helped Brent cross over the 200 mark, I think, yesterday, right, bro?
Here you go.
Um,
Here you go.
so Brent, if you
Commented.
can, what was that?
I commented on there. It's moving fast, but I commented on there.
I know the chat's going crazy. I'm trying to find your comment here. Uh
Number two, that's that little 15 second. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Are you sure you commented here, bro?
Yeah, I think
Trying to.
last time, yeah, you might have to put it, bro. You might have to put it, to be honest. Because remember, you can't do the link thing we tried last time? You might have to.
No, no, I know it's not the link. I just wanted you to comment on there so I can pin your comment, and then that way can people can see your profile. I don't
Okay.
know if you commented there.
Got it. I know what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So Brent's gonna leave a comment in the
There
section
you go.
there, and then I'm gonna pin his comment. That way you guys can find his channel there. There we go. All right, pin message. There we go. So you see Brent's message is pinned up top. So you guys can click on where it says Brent Badal, right? And it'll say go to channel. There's like the little dots. You can go to channel, make sure you're sub to him. I think let's see where Brent's at right now as far as his sub count. So Brent is at 294. Bro, we just like doubled up your YouTube in like an afternoon, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. All right, here we go. So yeah, if you guys see the pinned message up top on the chat, that's where Brent's channel is at, right? If you click on that pinned message, you'll be able to go to his channel and make sure you're subbed. So you guys gotta both be subbed, okay? Awesome. All right, so it is time for the giveaway. It's time for the giveaway, okay? So here's what we're gonna do, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. Because for me to do the wheel thing, uh it would have been a little difficult getting everybody's name on here, 200 something names that fast. So what I'm gonna do is I want you guys in the comment section on the chat, I need you to type the word Akashex. And I need you to just continue typing Akashex because I'm just gonna put my finger in a certain spot of the chat. And the minute that I open my eyes, I'm gonna see what name I read, and they're gonna be the ones that win it. All right. So I want y'all to comment the word Koshex, and I'm gonna see whichever name pops up there. I have no favorites. I have no agenda. I promise y'all, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna choose a name here as soon as you guys type Akashex. So
Flood.
I see
They're
Akashex
flood.
in the chat. Let's make sure we get this on video too, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Akashex in the building, heavy, heavy, heavy. Shout out to Josh and Jenna Zwagel for creating such an amazing platform. For those who aren't in Akashex, I want y'all to understand this is what it's all about, guys. The private mentorship is what we do this for. So I see Akashex being lit up in the chat. Let's go, let's go. I see somebody typing V. I think they're trying to hit paste.
Paste. Yeah, copy paste.
I think they're trying to hit paste. So Akashic is going up all 2025. We're about to give away a free funded challenge account to a lucky winner here. All right. So I'm gonna close my eyes. I need to see you guys spam the chat. All right. I'm about to go and choose a winner in about the next 10 seconds. All right. So continue to type Akashics, 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 Akashics. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
I think I see. I'm
4,
typing. Keep on typing.
3, 2, 1. Sarah Helene. Sarah Helene. Congrats to Sarah Helene. I hope
Hey,
I'm
let's
saying that
go.
right.
Let's
Sarah Helene.
go.
Congratulations to Sarah. She is the lucky winner of the free funded challenge account. Uh, so Sarah, really quickly here, I'm gonna pin hers to the top now. There we go, Sarah Helene. All right, so Sarah, please make sure that you contact either me or Brent via Telegram, Instagram. Our handles are at I am Rich Vendiga and at Brent Badal. That's where that's how you can find you, right, Brent? Everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, everywhere.
All right.
Twitch, Instagram.
Okay.
YouTube.
So Sarah, please make sure you reach out to us. We're gonna help you get your funded challenge account. Congratulations. And guys, we're gonna continue to give away funded challenges, I think every Sunday, as long as we continue to hit our goals, right? at the end of the day, we want to give you guys value on the charts. We want to make sure that you guys, um, are able to know what to look for in the markets, how to prep for the week, and ultimately use those funded accounts to get payouts, right? So next week, all right, next week we will run this back, and we are going to set the goal for 300 live viewers. I think that it'll be easy, because you guys already know about YouTube. People are going to start making their channels. We're going to get the buzz out there. So next Sunday, we'll set the goal for 300 viewers, and we'll be giving away another funded challenge account on there. But yeah, man, that is the main things that we wanted to cover is obviously NAS. I don't know if you want to talk about anything crypto related here, bro, before we wrap up today's Sunday market outlook.
No, I mean with crypto, I mean obviously the ones that have seen it, you could tap into the replays, things of that nature. You could just see what we're looking at, right? I'm still waiting on XLM. That's really the main one that I'm looking at right now that I'm waiting for Stellar. That's to get to that 18 cent, anywhere from 18 to 20 cent. It's dropping, as I said. If you guys have the opportunity to spot sell, last time I called to sell was at 50 cents. Right now it's at 31 cents. So you've already would have been in profit, even if you're selling crypto that way, depending where you are in the world. You would have already been up heavy 20 cents per coin in profit, which is amazing. But looking at more the overall big run for that to happen on the XLM side, ADA, we're still good on ADA. Beautiful. It's doing another drop, as we mentioned. But if you got in and you purchased back in September with us at 30 cents, you are still in profit right now. You're doubled regardless. But we obviously hit our target of $1, 30 already. But that's just the long holding there. And the one again that I'm happy to see it drop. I know that sounds bad, but I'm happy to see it drop is Chainlink because we're transparent here, guys. I had to sell a lot of my crypto couple years ago. I bought all these coins back in 18. I had to sell a bunch of them. Just life situations, right? Had to keep things afloating. So I want to get back in and buy 10 times what I had to sell, right? So I want to see Chainlink drop down again into that $16 mark at least, preferably down into that 13, 17, 13, 12, $7 range, right? Which I was, but yeah, we're good. Outside of that, crypto's good. I would just say really with crypto, guys, don't freak out. Like crypto is doing what crypto has to do. It's dropping. Like it drops, therefore it's on sale, and you just dollar cost average. So don't freak out. If anything, just announcement. Obviously, tomorrow we're back because of high demand. We're bringing back the Monday mindset calls, which I'm going to do on YouTube tomorrow. I'm not going to do on Instagram. I'm not going to do on Zoom. So it'll be on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Tomorrow. I like being super consistent with times, guys. But again, things have changed. So back when I used to do them, we only had US. Right now, we are heavy with US, Europe, everything, the whole right nine, right? So I'm thinking tomorrow, I want to try the Sunday Outlook call at tomorrow. I'm thinking I should do it. I don't know. Do I do 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, which for UK, it would be 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So what do you guys think? If you want to drop in the chat really quick, should I do it at 2 Central Standard Time or at 3? Just drop a 2 or a 3. Let's see what we get, and I'll make it official right now. 2 or 3 tomorrow on YouTube for the mindset calls. 'Cause I'm not 100% sure still. Kind of like half of me says, well, 3 is good because it's 9 o'clock because you kind of end, right? But is that too late? We don't know. We don't know. We shall see. In the meantime, if you have anything else, Rich, while they're typing in the twos and threes you want to get to, and then before we close the call, I'll put the official time.
Yeah. Cool. So, well, we appreciate you guys for tapping into Sunday Market Outlook. One last thing I want to say about crypto. So if you guys have been seeing, we've kind of been at a different phase now with cryptos. We've seen things kind of slow down, mainly due to what's going on with Bitcoin. All in all, we're at a very interesting area. We saw that price looked like it was ready to kind of melt off for a little bit, and then we shifted structure back bullish on Bitcoin. Um, all in all, what I'm really looking for, I've been telling you guys for quite some time that we will see Bitcoin back into the mid 70s area. It's really going to be dependent on how we react in this area of demand because we did end up closing higher high above this previous high. So I just want to bring this up because this is going to be very relevant for a lot of things, right? If we really get to break and close below 90, it's kind of like imminent that we're just going to melt off to 75 to visit prior structure here, which is going to affect a lot of the altcoin market as well. So for all those who have been in some altcoin plays, whether it was with me, Brent, Armin, whoever, like it's either time to have those iron hands and really just wait it out, or to have the considerations to really, look at investing, like at really low prices. So what Bitcoin does over the next couple of weeks is going to be very, very important. This week, we're either going to see, Bitcoin come back up. Honestly, I think we're just gonna start to see this thing break. I don't think we're gonna get above 110 again, personally, but the real confirmation is if we break and close below 90. That's going to be the main telltale sign here because we've seen price hold a little bit at that same price. But if we can break below, we'll start visiting 75 shortly thereafter, which is going to shake up the whole world, honestly. Because people like they forget how quickly Bitcoin has cycled whenever we're at all-time highs. I've seen this time and time again. But that was really the last like chart related thing I wanted to talk about before we head up out of here. Um, Appreciate everybody again for tuning in. Again, next week's goal will be 300 on here to set for the new funded account challenge giveaway. I already got a message from Sarah actually, so I will be helping her get her funded challenge. She's actually a very good student of ours here in Akashex. She messages me pretty frequently about Liberty stuff and everything. So I'm glad to see a fellow Akashex member, take advantage of our funding. I want to give a quick shout out to TradexMastery for being our official partners, in the space, right? They've done an amazing job of, giving support to all of our Akashex members as far as, receiving their credentials pretty quickly, not finessing payouts. We all know how that could be with prop firms and whatnot. So the fact that we're able to have a really good partner in this industry for funding and just giving capital to traders is huge. You guys can find links in both of our descriptions as far as, getting started with TradeX, Trident, Akashex, whatever it is. But it's still early 2025, guys. It's time to lock in and really, make the most out of this year. So catch us on the live sessions. I'll actually, Brent, are you doing Spanish too, bro?
If I do, which most likely I'll do, now you're putting in the pressure, bro. You learn.
Nah, I
I'm
wanted
gonna
to bring
have,
that up. I wanted to bring that up because
yeah, I will.
tomorrow is my first Spanish live session. For those who have maybe a Spanish speaking community or whatever the case is, I made the decision after this Colombia event to, help that market with Liberty. So one time a week, I'll be doing live sessions on Akashex, teaching Liberty in Spanish at 10 a.m. Eastern. I know Brent used to run Spanish sessions and then Akashex kind of shifted, but now we're shifting back to Latino markets popping. So I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I don't know if we should make Brent work harder or not.
Yeah, I'm going to have to now for sure. Because how is the Latin community going to have only one NAS, bro? That's not the right thing to do, right? We need a
Ah.
full combination of NAS, bro. So I will. I just got to look at the calendar. Most likely it won't be until next month, but it might be a little bit sooner. I need to check everything out, but it will. But until then, you'll only find me in English Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Rich, as you heard, is live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. So right after I go live, he goes live in English. Plus his Spanish session, of course. So we need to make sure we support. If you don't speak Spanish, guys, still go in there. Regardless, it doesn't hurt. You can learn some Spanish. Go in there. Like, it's all right. Go in there and support. Even if you just go in there, drop some liberties and do what you got to do, but still show some love for sure, especially tomorrow being Rich's first live session in Spanish. I know everybody should be there, regardless of whatever language you speak. Go in there to show some love for sure. And then, based off the chat right now, tomorrow's Mindset Monday call will be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'll be live on YouTube, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time for Mindset Monday tomorrow.
Fire. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of Sunday Market Outlook. The cool thing is when we do it on YouTube Live, it gets saved right away to the YouTube channel. So that way we don't got to go and wait for the recording to be uploaded or anything like that. So for anybody that missed out on the Market Outlook, they can go ahead and watch the replay literally right now as soon as we end this live. And again, guys, we have the goal next week of 300 plus for the next funded challenge giveaway. So again, appreciate each and every single one of you guys who are supporting. Thank you guys for subbing to Brent's channel as well. We just doubled up his YouTube in like one afternoon. So expect some content from the boy very, very soon on there. And yeah, guys, we'll let y'all go. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday for those who partake in that stuff. And if not, then I wish you guys a happy Sunday with your fams or whatever else you guys are doing. All right. So much love, Brent. Thank you also, bro, for being here as always.
Thank you,
And
bro.
as I always say, guys, let's run it up.